Thank you very much for making it brief indeed. Now it's the turn of the bossa, the university. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me start by recognizing the acting vice chancellor who happened to be the chairman of this occasion and duly represented by the dean of the faculty who happened to be the chairman of the committee of professors and the person of Professor Tetfund Nrf. The next slide, I still recognize the acting director of audit, a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Ismail Adigun. Other renowned professors here present, and the member of academia, students, and ladies and gentlemen. My job here is very, very simple. But when you talk of the bossa or financial control of any organization, we are talking of finance. Firstly, I need to appreciate the goodness of God for giving us the kind of the heritage honor from comfort in order to do this kind of laudable project. I want to appreciate the organizer and other stakeholders of this program. It comes in the right time at this stage in our country where everything now is being skyrocketed. Notwithstanding, if we could get some scholar and researcher doing this kind of job, we need to appreciate them, and God will continue to appreciate you. In our little area of allowing you to access your grants, we will not hesitate, like you have given us the kudo, that whenever you come to access the funds, we normally do our best to assist. We'll continue to even do more than that. And we want to even tell you, whenever you get your funds, make sure you do the retirement as at when due, so that will give you the leverage in order to access the other transfer. Uh, this one, I thought it's for 24, within 24 months, you should have completed it. We now encourage you to make sure that you keep on to the time so that you can even access more than that. You have started and you started well. That is how the third fund normally goes. By the time they now see what you have done, anytime you now even say this is a budget, coach me. They will, if they are not giving you the exact figure, they will give you at least more than 75%. There are lots of uh, people have collected that kind of money without having a result, positive result for that purpose. But for you, you have demonstrated that you are ready to do the job and you've done it well. I pray that you started well, you are going to conclude in a positive manner. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the bossa. Now we continue in that mode. I want to invite the acting director of audit for his comment.
Permit me to stand up to say protocol. I want to firstly applaud the faculty here, that is Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences at think it was around this time last year that we are here uh, for something like this. And again, today on another one, you can see the here was in the faculty. Then to the principal researcher and other erudite professors that has put the university into uh, international map. Uh, yes, that university is further recognized by your efforts on this different research. So you are appreciated, and particularly on this one that has to have further contribution on SDG 9, 11. So it is laudable, and we really appreciate different areas of contribution that the research is actually going to add value. We anytime we talk about we are invited to program like this, what comes to our mind as an accountant is the provision of IS 38, International Accounting Standard number 38. That is where issues of research and development is talked about. And to an accountant, majorly, what concerns us most is how do we account for research cost. And the fact is that yes, Tetfund is the institution funding the research effort. The research cost, of which we have 17 million in this case, by provision of accounting standard, is treated as an expenses. Is treated as an expenses. Following further effort on this research, by the time the research has explained by the PI that yes, it is hope that this effort will give us this particular result. And that result will be so taken further, even by Tetfund, in looking at it that, oh, this is a viable alternative, that commercially it is considerable to have further impact on Nigerian economy in the areas of foreign exchange, in the areas of social, economic, employment generation, and the rest of them as they have been highlighted. By the time it is now considered in this regard, and further effort has to be taken on it, then we will be talking of development. And at that point, the consideration of capitalization of those costs will come in. It is our prayer that the goal of this research effort will be achieved. So once again, we appreciate you and wish you successful.
Thank you very much, sir. The acting vice chancellor, please permit me to recognize the presence of Professor A. Giwa, who is the Director of Industrial Coordinating Unit, ITC. Thank you very much for coming. Now, I want to invite the head of Nano Group, Professor Afraji Latif, for his comment. You are welcome, sir.
The acting vice chancellor, ably represented by the dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences, the acting professor, has represented, and the acting director of the audit. The PI of Bitumen Resourcefulness Research and Group, Professor Ola Pembu, and his team, other professors here present, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk about just about 2 or 3 things. One is to commend the PI. When I say to commend him, the PI is my teacher. He's been here for quite a long period of time. And without doubt, among his peers, he stands out. It's not likely to find somebody of his age and the number of years that he has spent here prepared to go through the rigor of expiating writing of a proposal for this kind of grant. So once again, I want to thank you for the leadership that you have provided for those of us that we are following you. And I want to congratulate you because we do talk a lot. It will interest some people to note that I've published an article with him on Bitumen before, which was published in Elion, in Esidia. And just like Dr. Alade said, it was just through persistent interactions. Professor Olafemi would not come to the Department of Pure and Applied Biology without branching in my office. And when he does, he will be talking about research. So it was one of those periods that he said, all these things that you are doing, can you give us some samples and let us go and use it? And eventually it worked. And from that moment, we have always been. This kind of comment that I've made is very important to let us know that when you have 2 or more people that are discussing, it's not about politics. We know what our campus is. It's not usually about politics. We do a lot of things, changing ideas. And novel ideas, that is when they can come up, which is now adding value to what we are doing as scholars. The second one aspect is that while congratulating you, I also want to let you know of the pitfalls. I know you have gone through it, but you have to say it before the stakeholders. When we applied for this grant in 2021, we knew how much $1 was. It took more than, and it was on that basis that we submitted our budget, particularly acquisition of equipment and consumables, chemicals and all of that. We didn't get the letter until 2022. In actual fact, the last day of December 2022 was when this was communicated. The fund didn't get released until around mid last year. Here we are today. And you expect us to be able to purchase those equipments. I've said this before because the boss is the auditor. So if I have quoted that I'm going to buy Simasu UVVIS spectrophotometer, and now what you now have, Simasu is a Japanese product, but we also have variant from US and UK. But now, if I presented Chinese, I'm quite sure that the cost will even be more than what we originally quoted for Simasu. So these are issues that we. So when we talk as an academic that this thing is what we are passing through as a country is it's terrible. We are coming from that angle. You quoted 50,000 naira for something, now it's about 50,000 naira. How do you make up? So we need to have a clear understanding about all of this. On the final note, I want to thank the university for the opportunity that you have created for us. But we want you to do more. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the university must support those people that are writing grants, that are writing proposals for grants. It is sad to note that when we went to defend this, not a single cover was given to us. And for those people that have just won lawsuit, not a single cover was given to them. In fact, some of them went by flight. So we should be able to set aside fund to, if somebody has written, the proposal has gone through so many processes up to the last stage of you defending the budget. I think something should be allocated to support such type of adventure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your comments. The acting vice chancellor, sir. Once again, I want to seek your permission to recognize Professor Mrs. Edewo from the Chemistry Department. Thank you very much, ma'am. Then Professor Ibrahim has just left, so we recognize her in absentia. Now we move on, and I want to invite Professor Ajam for his comment.
Thank you. Good morning once again. The acting Vice Chancellor, represented by Professor Nkunle,